Hey y'all, this is Conrad Layn here. Welcome to Layn Turo University. I'm going to share another tactic on how to deal with airport deliveries because it can be pretty complicated because it's just complicated. But if you have the right strategy, it becomes very simple. So something I recommend is there's two ways you can actually go about this. So if your Turo guest or request delivery for the airport, first and foremost, I highly recommend make sure you charge a good amount. I usually charge 120, which is the max. I would love to charge more if I could, but it's all good. And the reason that matters to me is because if you charge too low, it might not make sense doing the airport delivery unless you're really close to the airport or if it makes sense. So I would recommend first and foremost making sure you select the correct amount of money you want to charge for delivery to the airport. Next, oftentimes airports typically, especially because there's been a lot of issues with congestion, and for the most part, especially here, like in Los Angeles at LAX, really, really congested. It's very hard to get through. A lot of traffic at the airport typically. So to get around that, and not all airports are like that. Some are fairly easy to deal with. That are usually smaller, but the bigger airports usually have a lot of traffic going on, and usually there's officers and security people that tell you can only be there for 1 minute and go go go, and it's very very rowdy. So to avoid this or to handle this better, two ways you can just go about this. The first way is you can implement the valet strategy. Oftentimes, airports, from what I understand and have noticed, I've delivered at all type of different airports. All of them have valets for the most part. Check your local airport and see if they have a valet service first and foremost. And for those that might say, "Hey, I don't want to pay for valet," or "That's too much," or "That's too expensive," this is a mind shift. This is perspective. The way you have to look at this, if you pay someone a valet fee, you're basically using them as your personal employee without having to pay for insurance, without having to pay for health insurance, workers' comp, without having to pay them per hour. If you just get the car there, the valet can actually give it to your guest, and typically, and and it's parked there at the same time. That's a strategy. But check your city, municipality, and make sure it's okay with Turo as well. But that's another strategy, using valet service. Using a valet service, most airports have a valet service. It's a cost-shared service they usually offer, and oftentimes it's pretty cost effective. Usually the amount it costs is well under, say, the $120 I charge, or well under even if you charge less than that. And the way you have to look at that is, hey, this is a cost of doing business. This is better than paying for an employee that would be way more expensive with all the insurance fees, the health insurance, the workers' comp insurance, paying them per hour. Hey, this is it. So if you had to pay once or twice for a few deliveries to charge to pay the valet, I would say it's a good investment as long as you offset that by charging enough in your deliveries. That's how I look at it. Hey, at least you don't leave money on the table. Either that, or you just reject the and cancel the Turo trip, which I don't recommend. Now you have a cancellation on your record. Now it's on posted on you as an automated message, where when people look at your profile, it shows that you canceled them, which brings a sense of them not trusting you and distrust towards you. So I recommend to instead to avoid that, don't cancel your trip. Just offset it. Just charge enough in your deliveries so that you can pay valet if you need to. So you have the car parked there. You don't even have to be there for the whole time. And if they come late, if they come early, at least the car is parked there. You can bring it even a day earlier if you want to, an hour earlier. You can still meet with them if you want to, but at least the car is already parked there with a valet service, and they can even hand it off to them. That's usually a pretty good option. Next strategy is one I really like, is you can actually, most airports I've been to have some type of affiliated hotel around them. So like a Hilton or a Ritz-Carlton or some type of hotel that's typically luxury. They usually have a shuttle for the most part. Here at LAX, they have shuttles where the Marriott, for example, from Hilton, they have their own shuttles that they send to the LAX airport. And for people that are staying at the Marriott or Hilton, they actually will pick them up and bring them back and forth for free. Typically, if you are not a patron of these establishments, these hotels, what you can do is typically just park your car there, typically. And if sometimes they allow you to park it there and you just get the free shuttle, or sometimes they might charge you, depends. But if they charge you, which is fine, then you park your car there, you're paying it, and then you just have your guests get picked up from the shuttle. Voila. That way you don't have to deal with the whole congestion or the difficulties of trying to find parking or how to deliver a vehicle. You just park the car at the hotel. Voila, you park it there one day before even, or a few hours before, or an hour before, and at least your car is parked there, and then the guest just simply catches a shuttle, a free shuttle that's free to them, and it makes you look good. And then now they pick you up, drop you off, done. That's just another strategy. You don't have to do this. And again, check your rules. Rules always change with Turo. Rules always change in general. So always what's true today might not be true tomorrow. So at the end of the day, this just is an opinion, just an extra idea. It's up to you to vet this out, make sure it works for you. Don't blame me. Just sharing another strategy with you guys, people. So like, subscribe, share. Love you guys. And that's how you actually earn more income and learn how to delegate and how to actually sustain your business without you always having to park or beat traffic or get stressed out or cat flying parking. Be smart about it. Just partner with the local hotels. If there's any hotels in the area, find out if they have a shuttle, park your car at their hotel so that now your guests can actually be picked up by the free shuttle and taken over to where your car is parked. Or, like I said before, implement the valet strategy. Most airports I've been to have valets. I travel quite a bit, and also the ones I've worked for, not work for, but deliver cars to, they've always had valet. So if I need to use a valet service and I can't stick around for whatever reason, there you go. Check it out. Like, subscribe, share. Love you guys. Conrad out.